Hello, my name is Zewditu Turpeau, and today I will be talking about belly dance. Have you ever seen an actual belly dancer? I'm not talking about the ones seen on movies and clubs dancing around a bunch of men either. I mean, have you ever seen an actual belly dancer? A woman dancing as a traditional ritual? More often than not, when someone thinks of belly dance, they think of a sexy woman dancing around to seduce and arouse men. Belly dance is widely misconceived as a seductive dance and actually has an extended history as one of the earliest forms of dance known to man. The art of belly dance is significant in its origin, evolving history, and various styles. Not too long ago, I went to a Mediterranean restaurant that featured women performers belly dancing, and I was intrigued by their skill. I took it upon myself to research the dance style to truly understand the culture of it. To begin with, I will discuss the origins of the dance style. Next, I will talk about the evolving history of belly dance. And finally, I will discuss a few of its many different styles. First and foremost, what is belly dance? The Webster Dictionary definition says it's a type of Middle Eastern dance done by a woman who makes rhythmic movements with her hips and belly. The term belly dance was first introduced in the Victorian era and is a translation of the French term danse du ventre, meaning dance of the stomach. There are plenty of myths about the origin of the dance style. According to an article by Andrea Deegan, the origin myths began when belly dancing got popular in Europe. Europeans recognized the movements as sexual and seductive, therefore they gave their own stories about its origins to appeal to their seductive perception. This is where some of our current belly dance origin myths come from, such as the ones that say prostitutes created the dance, or the one that says women slaves created it to appeal to the highest bidder. However, not all origin myths are based on sexual attraction. In fact, as stated in an article by belly dancer Elena, the most popular and believable myths about the origin of belly dance have nothing to do with seduction at all. Some say that it arose as a childbirth ritual. Others say it started in India and spread throughout the Middle East with the migration of gypsies, or it's even said to have descended from ancient Egyptian social dances. So, after all these origin myths, I'm sure you're expecting me to give you the real, concrete origin of belly dance. But I can't do that because it isn't known exactly where or how belly dance first came into existence. The only thing definite about its origin is that it started somewhere in the Middle East, Mediterranean, or Northeastern Africa. Now that I've given a little background on the dance, I want to discuss belly dance and its evolution in society. The art of belly dance has traveled the world and touched millions of cultures. Belly dance specifically started its journey in the Middle East, Mediterranean, and Northeastern Africa. In the late 1700s and early 1800s, Europeans started to invade these countries and these regions, and they were exposed to their culture. But as they started to imitate the culture, they didn't necessarily depict it truthfully. In the 19th century, a group of European painters called Orientalists found themselves fascinated with the culture of the Middle East. The Orientalist movement contributed to the sexualizing of belly dancing and the entire Middle Eastern culture. In an article published by the Arab American National Museum, it said that the paintings depicted the Arab world as an exotic, mysterious place of sand, harems, and belly dancers. In actuality, men and women in these cultures lived and socialized separately. The harems they depicted as exotic were actually a separate section of the house where women lived, and no men outside of their immediate family were even allowed in. Because of this separation, Middle Eastern women usually only belly danced in the company of other women. In 1893, at a Chicago World Fair, the Middle Eastern dance was first introduced to the American public. The Egyptian theater gained the most attention for their rapid hip movement and costumes. Belly dance accumulated a scandalous name because Americans were not used to exposing or referring to any part of the human body. Around this time, many Hollywood productions were made featuring belly dancers, but the roles of the belly dancers were limited to a slave, a background dancer, or a cheating woman. Although Hollywood gave belly dancers a bad name, they did contribute to the beautiful costumes. They created the fringe-beaded sparkling bra and skirt set that Egyptians and Middle Eastern communities later adopted. Today, belly dance has evolved into a popular dance style around the world. Belly dancers are embraced as feminists in society. It is seen as a form of self-empowerment for women as they discover their confidence through artistic expression. It is also a great source of exercise for the torso and stomach. Mediterranean restaurants even feature belly dancers as entertainers, which is how I got interested in the topic in the first place. Now that I've discussed the history and the evolution of belly dance, let us transition into its different styles. Belly dancers highlight different styles in different regions. In an article posted by the National Park Service, it is said that in Egypt they perform a more dramatic dance style called zar, while on the Arabian Peninsula the popular style is called khaliji, it's more soft and delicate. Zar, also known as the healing dance, can be done for several different reasons. For example, it can be a ritual of cleansing or even a process of chasing away evil spirits. It is connected with trance dance. The movements include tossing of the head and upper body, and is usually done kneeling or standing. Khaliji, on the other hand, is more of a folk dance. Those who participate in this dance use it as a matter of daily life to celebrate and express joy. Khaliji isn't a choreographed dance style. You can see various different forms of the dance, and it's composed of footwork, hair tosses, chest and shoulder movements, hand gestures, a lot of spinning, and hand slides, and even hand shimmies. These are just two of the many styles of belly dance, and as you can see, they have very different purposes. Belly dance is performed differently and done for different purposes in the cultures that utilize it. Today, I discussed the debatable origins of belly dance. Then I went into detail about the evolution of belly dance in society. And finally, I gave a few examples of the styles of belly dance. All in all, belly dance is a Middle Eastern culturally originated style of dance that was adapted by cultures around the world. It is now a popular style of dance that is not only used for cultural practices, but for socialization, exercise, and even entertainment. It is truly much deeper than dance.